Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So y'all, today I finally want to give y'all an update on what happened with the flood situation and how it turned out and everything I've been dealing with that situation. But before I do, I really wanted to double down and just reiterate what I was saying about hair relaxers. Hair relaxers actually contain harmful chemicals and they really can be dangerous. Recent scientific studies have shown that women that use hair relaxers are 2 times as likely to contract uterine cancer and 3 times as likely to contract ovarian cancer compared to women that don't use hair relaxers. Many hair relaxer products do contain harmful chemicals. Recent studies have shown that women who use hair relaxers are twice as likely to contract uterine cancer. Basically, people that use hair relaxers at least 4 times a year are 4 times as likely to contract ovarian cancer and 2 times as likely to contract ovarian cancer. And this is compared to women who don't use hair relaxers. The hair relaxer industry has a responsibility to provide safe products to the people they target and market to. They have a duty to take care of the people that they hurt with these hair relaxers. So Morgan & Morgan wants to reach those people. So if you or anybody you know has been harmed by a hair relaxer product, Morgan, you can check out their website for more information, or I will have a pinned comment below. You might have a case and you deserve to get the compensation that you deserve. You need a firm that can fight for you. Morgan & Morgan is one of the largest injury law firms in the nation, and they can handle your case. They have more than 800 attorneys to fight for you. The best part is that it's free unless you win. So again, if you or someone you know has been hurt by hair relaxer products, you can dial pound 529 or that's pound law. Again, for more information, click the pinned comment below, or I'll put a link in my description, okay? Okay, y'all, so like I was saying, I want to get into what happened with the flood situation because it actually turned out kind of crazy. I was definitely not expecting this. So the flood happened on Christmas Eve. So that was like December 24th or whatever. And a couple days later, somebody came out to assess like the damage as far as like a restoration company. So they came out to look at what got wet and everything, like to see all the wet spots and figure out like how were they gonna fix it, right? At that time it was still really cold outside, and so I guess they were not concerned too much about like mold because it wasn't even warm at all. It was like really cold. They're like, oh no, you'll be fine, it's too cold for mold to grow, you'll be fine. Because that's kind of the only thing I was worried about, and I think some people mentioned it in my comments too, so I brought it up and it was like, oh no, don't worry, you'll be fine, it's too cold. But the issue is that in Atlanta on Christmas, on Christmas Eve, a lot of people pipes had burst. It happened like all across the city, because Atlanta normally does not get that cold. We rarely get snow. We rarely get freezing temperatures. So nobody was expecting that for the most part. Even I think a courthouse building had closed down because they pipes had burst. So anyway, what I'm saying that to say that, so the whole, not the whole city, but a lot of people was dealing with the same issue. It was actually 12 units where I live at whose pipes had burst. So it wasn't just me. So anyway, so the restoration company was really busy, apparently. Come to find out, I found out this later, but apparently they were really busy, like going to do estimates, starting to work, etc. Right? So I was, contacting my rent office, asking them constantly, like, what's the process, like what should I expect, like how are we gonna fix this, like, I'm just trying to get answers because they wasn't really saying nothing. After the man came out here, I hadn't heard nothing for like a week or two, and I wasn't really tripping off of it because it's downstairs and I wasn't really affected by it really, right? But about like maybe 2 weeks later, I say maybe 3 weeks later, y'all, the mold came out of nowhere because it had got warm outside. It was like 50 or 60 degrees. So out of nowhere, y'all, the black mold appeared. It appeared in the same spots like when I was showing y'all where the water was. Instead of it being wet, it was mold. It was black mold, like black toxic mold. And I didn't find out this until like a week later of it being there, that it was toxic and like bad for my health or whatever, because I never thought it would even get like that. Like I was actually surprised. So the mold showed up, and at first I was like, okay, I kind of ignored it for like a couple days, because I just, you don't know what you don't know. Like I didn't know. I didn't know how bad it really was. So I'm ignoring it. But finally, like maybe a week later, after the mold, Rye started complaining about not being able to breathe and her nose being congested and stuff. Now she do have allergies, so I wasn't surprised. I'm like, oh, maybe it's your allergies. So we swept it under the rug. But then like a week later of the mold being here, like 2 weeks, then I started feeling bad. Like I felt like I was about to die. Like out of nowhere, I had just, because I don't even get sick, but I had got like, I just felt bad. I don't know. I just did not feel like myself. I felt like my allergies. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I just felt terrible. I don't know. I just felt weird. And so, the person that left that comment that was saying like, you're not going to be able to stay there, it just kept coming into my mind. I was like, maybe that's what they was talking about. Maybe that's what they meant, that when the mold starts to grow, that you're not going to be able to live there. And y'all was definitely right. I started doing my research. I started looking it up, and it can definitely cause respiratory problems, or it can be dangerous. So I feel like me reading that really made me freak out even more. Like I feel like I just started to hyperventilate, and it had got to the point where I felt like I was about to die. Like I couldn't breathe. My nose was running. I just felt sick. I just felt like I was getting sick and sick and sick. So I'm calling the rent office. Because they never came back. So I finally called them to try to get some answers. And they're like, oh, well, they are working on it. I'm sure they'll be to your unit soon. And not really giving me any answers. So I knew who the company was that they had contracted with to do the work. So I ended up calling them personally myself. I called them. I was like, look, I live at this property. This is my unit number. I know y'all have already been paid to come and do this work. When are y'all coming to my unit? Because I got this mold and I can't breathe. And I got little kids in here, and we can't live like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not finna pack up and pay to go live. Like, I'm not finna do all that. Y'all need to fix it, because it had been like 3 weeks at this point. So long story short, they finally, after I called them, because that was on the weekend, that Monday when they came out, they sent like Jose out here and his people to look at it. And immediately, as soon as he seen it, he started tearing it down. He started pulling out tearing down the drywall, pulling out the insulation. Like, I'm talking about, they gutted the whole downstairs, y'all. They completely gutted it out. To the point where all you could see is like the 2x4s, So they completely gutted it out, and they finally started like the restoration process of, well, first, actually, after they gutted it, you could tell that the wood like behind the drywall was still wet. So they actually set up a, what is it called? A dehumidifier to like pull out all the moisture in the air, because the humidity down there was like super high. Because they came and tested it, and you could tell like the walls was still wet. Like 3 weeks later, it was still wet. So they came in, they brought like a really, really, really big dehumidifier that can dehumidify like 1,200 square feet or whatever. So they let that run for like 2 or 3 days. And I'm telling y'all, immediately that day after he tore out everything, and it only took him like 2 hours. After he tore out all the mold and got rid of the materials, and they put that dehumidifier in here, I started feeling better. I literally started feeling better like that same night. I felt like I could breathe. And so, but the crazy part is, it was that next day, like this. So the day that he came on that Monday to tear out everything and put the dehumidifier, that too, because that night before he came, so that same day on that Monday when he ripped out everything and they put the dehumidifier, Tuesday, the next day is actually the day that I got the call about my car. So y'all, it was crazy that the first 3 weeks of the year I felt like was horrible for me. I literally felt like I was about to die, because not only was my car gone, and I had to get for that first week especially, because I don't think the mold had came that first week, but for them first like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of the year, I was like on my deathbed. Not only did I was dealing with the car situation, but I was dealing with the mold in here slowly killing me, and I didn't even know. Like, so when I say I thought I was about to die, I really thought that I was about to die. The mold was in here killing me. I'm going through the car situation, and it was just so crazy how it all ended simultaneously at the same time. So Monday, they ripped out everything, put the dehumidifier in here, and they put in another thing. It's kind of like an air purifier that cleans the air too at the same time. That Tuesday is when I got my car back. I'm not tell you, I felt so relieved from everything, from the car situation, from the mold situation. That's when I finally just felt like I had enough energy to come and talk to y'all, because oh my God, I really thought I was about to just be taken out at that point. But yeah, so anyway, it took them about a week, and they still not all the way done, but it's been a process. So first they ripped out everything, then they came back and, like I said, did the dehumidifier for like 3 days. So for 3 days, the dehumidifier was on, the air purifier was on. It was like really loud, so we had to, listen to that, which I didn't mind because it just felt so fresh in here. Like the air, it just felt so clean and fresh in here. Oh my God. So after that 3 days, then they finally came back and started just repairing it, putting all the insulation back in, putting the drywall back in, doing whatever they do down there. The last thing that they did was, I think, the trim. After they put all the drywall back in, they put the trim on the baseboards and the trim of the doors. And then like yesterday, he finally came back and painted. And so that's done. The paint part is done. The only thing that's not done is the floors. I think somebody else is doing that, or either, I don't know. I guess floors is last when you doing like renovations to a room. But the only thing that's not done is the floors. So, but we good to go, y'all. I cannot wait. I have a really nice family picture. Y'all remember when we went to go take the pictures at JCPenney? I bought a canvas with all of us on there. So I'm gonna put that down there and, like, make it cute or whatever for my entryway, like I had it before. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna show y'all when it's finally done. But for right now, the mold is gone. It's been completely 100% restored. When he did that paint, I'm like, I need that paint. I need you to come up here and paint. I need you to paint up here. But so yeah, so it's good, y'all. We got through it. They totally fixed it. So for the people that was concerned about me and how it was gonna get fixed, my apartment complex completely took care of it. They clearly had insurance, because once, it was so funny, once the mold came, somebody from State Farm had came out here to look at it, and I was like, yeah, look, it's mold. So the insurance company seen it, and of course they approved the work to be done. And maybe, I don't know if that's what they was waiting on, for it to get bad, to be like, look, we need this to be repaired or what. But nonetheless, it's fully repaired. They completely gutted it. The mold is gone. It's not wet, none of that. So I'm good. I don't want nobody to be worried about me thinking about I got mold in my apartment. No, it's completely 100% gone. It's restored, and we good to go. Okay, so I will move when I get good and ready. Y'all know this housing market is terrible. For the people that don't know, this apartment was brand new when I moved into it. I'm the only person that has ever lived here. So, which was a blessing at that time. And it's not easy to find good places to stay. Like, for the people that live in Atlanta or really, really be here, y'all know. But for the people that don't know, like, it's hard to find a good place in Atlanta. Number one, it's expensive. And number two, like, places be having bug problems. It just be all type of stuff with apartments and even houses. Like, it's a process. So I'm not finna just jump out and move somewhere, like, unless it makes sense for my whole entire situation, for the kids, for everything. Like, I just don't, I do want to move, but it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense. Like, right now, I feel like I'm good, even though we do definitely need more space. It's just not happening. Like, I'm just not seeing it right now. I'm not seeing it. But when that time comes, I'm most definitely going to be ready. But until then, I will be right here, comfortable, with no issues, you know. So yeah, that's just that on that, y'all. But for the people that stayed to the end, y'all, I want to show y'all something. I don't know if y'all noticed my lip gloss throughout this video, but y'all, this is, and I've shared this before, but this is my birthday girl lip gloss, and I finally restocked it, and I finally got some new labels for it. For anybody that has bought this particular in the past, y'all, I finally got new labels. I'm so excited about this lip gloss. My birthday is actually coming up. It's the day before Valentine's Day. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like, the struggle has been real, so I don't know. But if y'all want to support me, y'all, try this lip gloss. Let me try to get close. It's called Birthday Girl. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's called Birthday Girl. These are my new labels. Y'all, I am so proud of these labels. I designed them myself. And this lip gloss, I'm telling you, I just love it so much. I love it. It has a very soft, it's not as bright as it was before, but it gives you a soft pink color. And it got like a little bit of glitter in there. But anyway, so the Birthday Girl is restocked. I need to take more pictures for the website with the new labels on there. So if you do order it, you'll see it, but you won't see it with this new label on there. So I got to do that. But y'all, I'm telling you, this is some of the best lip gloss, and I'm gonna be adding more colors to my pigment collection, because we do sell like the clear gloss, but for my pigment collection, this is one of my favorites. Let me try to get a little closer. Hopefully y'all can see that, but it's like a soft pink, and it's not too pigmented. Don't y'all hate when you put some on and it just be like, so yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to save this to the end for the people that be watching to the end. So yeah, check out the website for this. It's called Birthday Girl. But yeah, so anyway, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, like this video, and this is it for the sad, dramatic videos. Like, I don't want y'all to think that like my channel finna be sad and dramatic and all this stuff. No, we're gonna get back to the vlogs. We're gonna get back to having fun. But these two situations literally almost took me out the game. So I got past it. We back, we good. So now we can, get back to our regularly scheduled program. And I will just see y'all on the next video. Bye.